Hello again. Now, as the world looks towards an electric vehicle future, industry players are eagerly awaiting policy that will govern the transition. This was part of discussions at the annual South African Auto Week held at the Gallagher Estate in Midrand here in Gauteng. The expo looks at ways of improving the country's automotive sector. The Deputy President, Paul Mashatile, delivered the keynote address and told participants to brace themselves for major changes in the field of personal transport. Our senior reporter, Aviwe Mtila, was there and sent us this report.
I believe the auto industry will change more in the next 10 years than it has done in the last 100 years.
Brace yourself for some major changes in the automotive industry, with the new buzzword being electric vehicles. Traditionally, the industry has done well, contributing nearly 5% of the country's GDP and breaking records in the export market last year.
South African vehicle and automotive component exports reached a record 227.3 billion rands in 2022. Representing 12.4% of total exports, with vehicle exports reaching 157 billion rands and automotive component exports reaching 70.3 billion rands.
With the world focusing on a greener, cleaner outlook, the automotive industry too has to adapt.
We obviously are driven by the South African Automotive Master Plan 2035, which clearly dictates that we need to transition from internal combustion engines. And we have actually made strides to make sure that we actually contribute to that, because one of the key drivers is our contribution towards the Sustainable Development Goals, which basically talks to a cleaner environment. We are making the strides to move towards that.
We're the first and leaders in the process of adopting the EV world as it comes to us. Our automotive OEMs within the province are looking at transitioning, but we have to respond to a policy. And as a country, we need to have a policy that's in place that clearly outlines incentives and subsidies that will facilitate the adoption and the penetration of electric vehicles into the country.
The Deputy President says government has to consider mutually beneficial plans that will drive the electromobility revolution into growing the economy and creating much-needed jobs. Aviwe Mtila, Johannesburg.